We are now ready to cast the part for Joseph.
Hi, I'm Joe A. Staleman.
Well, hey, Joe. So, why are you auditioning for the role of Joseph today?
Well, in all honesty, truth be told, it's because my wife wants me to.
So, not really something you volunteered to do on your own?
No, sir.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
Can't. Wish I could, but no, that ain't happening. My wife has been whispering to me for some time about trying out for this Joseph role. Now, my wife, she is finer than a stack of hotcakes and a cold glass of buttermilk. But between you and me, I do believe that woman learned how to whisper in a sawmill. She says I'm way too much of a caveman. I care way too much about NASCAR, watching Sports Center, Duck Dynasty, So says I need to expand my universe. So here I am, giving back to the body of Christ.
Well, you are a wise man for listening to your wife, but we are talking about the role of Joseph here, and it's a big one. This guy was the earthly father of the Messiah. He traveled over 100 miles on foot from his hometown to Bethlehem just to register for the census, and what's more, married a woman that was pregnant with the Son of God. Now those are mighty big shoes to fill.
Yeah, about that, I probably should have auditioned for a shepherd, because all they do is watch sheep and, kind of keep to themselves, barbecue a little bit, get a little target practice in on some wolves, but my wife, she thinks this is going to be so cute because my name is Joseph and I'm going to be playing Joseph. So there you go.
Well, Joe, just out of curiosity here, your middle initial, the A, what's that stand for?
Arlene.
Okay, now, we're going to have to talk a little bit about this. What's up with that?
Yeah, my mama was a twin, and her sister's name was Arlene. I'm the youngest in a family with no girls, so I get my aunt's name as my middle name. Embarrassing, humiliating. Just imagine your mother calling out your full name when you're in trouble. Can you picture that? Joseph Arlene Staleman, you put that cat down. The good Lord did not put them on this earth for you to make boomerangs out of. You see, my mother was quite fond of the feline community.
Well, I guess someone needs to be that way. You know, you might be just perfect for the role of Joseph, Joe. Assuming, of course, you changed your ways toward the feline community since you were a young man.
You know, I'm not seeing how this is going to work out in my favor. I got to tell you, I am more uneasy right now than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. I feel like I'm going to be the big dog on the porch during the rainstorm. You know what I mean? I'm going to be getting more of it than everybody else. You ever hear that saying, if everything's coming your way, you might be in the wrong lane? That's kind of how I'm seeing it.
Okay. Well, here's the way I see it, Joe. All the emotions you felt, the confusion, the embarrassment, the humiliation and disillusionment, I think Joseph felt all of those firsthand.
But I've seen this live nativity thing a bunch of times. And Joseph always looks so happy up there looking at baby Jesus, kind of like that. I don't see any of those emotions in the manger.
But how do you think Joseph got to that moment? What do you think were the emotions going on in Joseph's heart, soul, and mind when the angel delivered the news that Mary would be with child, carrying the Son of God?
Well, I guess I never really thought about it like that. I always just pictured him saying, all right then, and being good with it.
Joe, okay? I got to think that when the angel Gabriel told him the good news in a dream, it probably rocked his world, and he probably thought the same as you. I'm just not seeing this working out in my favor, and struggled with what everyone would think.
Well, I got to tell you, I've always been a little more of a live and let live kind of a guy. but I think maybe in this particular situation, might have been more of a not his will be done, but God's will be done type of thing.
Exactly.
All right. Kind of like my situation. Not my will be done, but my wife's will be done.
Kind of getting off track here just a little bit. Okay? But, on the subject of marriage, Joseph, after hearing the news, and of course being a righteous man, he wanted to divorce Mary quietly so it wouldn't be brought out in public to embarrass her. Back then, even during an engagement, it took 2 witnesses to legally get a divorce. He thought Mary had been unfaithful to him, and it wasn't until the angel spoke to him in a dream, telling him to marry her and take her home, that Joseph followed God's will for him.
Well, I reckon if Joseph wondered all those things and felt all those things and thought about all those things, maybe I am right for this role. Put me in, coach.
I think you are ready, and I think you nailed your audition with the simple realization it's not your will but God's will. And his son would say the same exact thing 33 years later as he died on the cross for the sins of the world.
Yeah. I'm mighty glad he did that for me. I'm going to think on that while I'm looking at that little baby in the manger. I guess that's what you theater folks call getting into character.
Something like that.
All right, then. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
Do I have to wear one of those biblical robe things?
You surely do.
All right. I was thinking maybe we could do something a little different. Do they have that robe in camo? Because I could bring my high waiters,
Sorry, Joe. Not your will.
All right, I get it.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Won't you give me that Joseph pose one more time?
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Let's get her done.